buddy. I'll try one. What have I got to lose? Dear Netflix, skill sets. This is the best thing I've ever put in my mouth! Yay!
When I say the words rock bottom, what comes to your mind? If you've never watched Spongebob, it probably comes to your mind a term used when someone is at their lowest. But for those of you that have watched Spongebob, it brings to mind the episode of the same name. Rock Bottom, one of SpongeBob's earliest episodes, was the first to really show how scary the show could be. It was an unnerving episode. After traveling to Glove World, SpongeBob and Patrick get stranded in Rock Bottom, a deep, dark cavern with strange fish who talk differently, act differently, and everything is messed up. Everything about Rock Bottom brings questions. Why do the fish talk with raspberries? Why are there no genders? Why did the bus driver leave SpongeBob and Patrick there? Are the Krabby Patties de-evolving the Rock Bottomites? Now I know what you're thinking. The Rock Bottomites never ate Krabby Patties. We never saw them do that in their episode. But there's more episodes where we see the Rock Bottomites. 2 episodes we will be reviewing, as well as the original Rock Bottom episode, our Night Shift and Food Truck. We will be reviewing the episodes in this order. I believe Night Patty to come first because in this episode, SpongeBob meets Rock Bottomites but does not recognize them yet, proving he has not been there yet. In the actual Rock Bottom episode, we see him go there for the first time. And in Food Truck, he and Squidward return to Rock Bottom and SpongeBob recognizes his old friends. In the Night Patty, SpongeBob learns that there is a night shift at the Krusty Krab run by weird creatures, who are never explicitly stated to be from Rock Bottom, although in the batch of customers we do see those who resemble those from Rock Bottom. When a train arrives with unmistakably Rock Bottomites, SpongeBob whips them up a batch of Krabby Patties, but they hate them. SpongeBob accidentally burns the leftover Krabby Patties, creating ghostly Night Patties, which the customers love. After the workers leave, Mr. Krabs comes in and tells SpongeBob that he must have been dreaming, but SpongeBob finds a fish hook left behind by the fisherman, proving this was real. This episode is odd, to say the least. Not only does Mr. Krabs not know about this night shift, but also SpongeBob does not recognize any of the Rock Bottomites, showing that he's not been to Rock Bottom yet. But most curious of all, none of the Rock Bottomites speak with their signature raspberry. Keep that in mind. Next we will talk about the actual episode, Rock Bottom, which surprisingly does not have a ton of evidence to put into this theory. The only notable thing is that all of a sudden, the Rock Bottomites start speaking with their signature and the fish we see in the Night Patty is also much bigger. Keep this in mind as well. This is also SpongeBob's first visit to Rock Bottom, and he meets this red glowy fish. Finally, in Food Truck, Mr. Krabs sends SpongeBob and Squidward on a hunt to sell a Krabby Patty in a food truck. They're having no luck anywhere until SpongeBob remembers somewhere they can go.
There's one place we still haven't tried. Rock Bottom. Turn!
SpongeBob and Squidward begin to look for customers to sell Krabby Patties to, but they find the town completely deserted. As they're about to give up, they spot the red fish that SpongeBob met in the original Rock Bottom episode. They try to sell to him because he looks like he's waving to them, but to no avail. They can't catch up to him. Feeling defeated, they finally sit down.
Well, since I'm never going home, I may as well get comfortable.
Hey! You're those weirdos have been chasing me around town.
We just wanted to sell you a hot, delicious Krabby Patty.
It does look tasty.
We're gonna sell a patty.
Hey, Bert,
Too bad you couldn't come with us on our yearly trip to the Krusty Krab. But here's your Krabby Patties.
Clearly, you should be able to see what's wrong here. The Rock Bottomites hated Krabby Patties in the Night Patty episode, but now they seem to take yearly trips and love them. Not only that, but the fish I told you to keep an eye on earlier, who went from small to big, is now back to small. So what gives, right? Why do the Rock Bottomites suddenly love Krabby Patties? What is with the changing sizes of them? I believe the Krabby Patties are stunting their growth, and that after they ate Night Patties, Mr. Krabs found out about this night shift and offered to feed them in the day. He then changed Krabby Patties such that they would appeal to the taste of Rock Bottomites, all in an effort to gain more customers. This had a side effect which caused the Rock Bottomites to develop their and as well as stunt their growth. But how do we know it's stunting their growth? How do we know it's just not different designs? That they were big once and now they're tiny. Where else have we seen rock bottom? This is a great question. Where else have we seen rock bottom? Where have we seen a deep, dark trench with weird creatures in an unfamiliar atmosphere? Where could it possibly be? Are you really gonna make me say it?
Now that we're men, we can do anything. Now that we're men, we are invincible.
That's right. The trench from the Spongebob movie is an extension of rock bottom. The similarities are uncanny. Same 90-degree angle, and the fish are designed similarly. Perhaps most curious of all, these creatures do not speak with the raspberry.
Now that they're men, we can't bother them. Now that they're men, they have become our friends. Now that they're men.
Another thing you should notice is that these fish are substantially bigger, just like the green fish I told you to keep an eye on. He went from small to big, back to small. He was originally small, began to grow up and evolve like the rock bottomites we see in the Spongebob movie, and then after eating Krabby Patties, he became back to small. It stunted his growth and gave him the In his greed, Mr. Krabs has unknowingly doomed the citizens of Rock Bottom. They will never grow to be like their Spongebob movie counterparts and will forever live in darkness. That concludes this Spongebob theory. Once again, this was very fun to make, and thank you for all the support on the last two. I'll probably start doing these a lot more often and try to get a consistent schedule. But until then, bye.